Hello folks, we're back at the range. It's the cheeky scouser. Thank you very much for the staff, Atherton Indoor Range, for letting me shoot the video at the range. Thank you for old man Sam for lending me his FX Bobcat. Here we go. I've never really done one of these before. I've got some Sweden gun, Italian pellets. But the setup on here is, you can see I've got it on the cardboard targets all set up. Sam says his rifle really likes the air-armed Diablos. I've threw some hmmmm in. I'm not sure of the weight of the hmmmm. I've ended up putting 10 pellets in a tin lid and weighing them. So I've put down as 7.5 grain. The Xaria, no idea if I'm saying the word right, Xaria, Xaria, I've got no idea. Someone can try and tell me on YouTube, I hope. So 7.72 grain for one tin, 9.26 grain for the other. They're made slightly different. These ones are, as you can see, smooth. I'll go close up to the tin. And these other ones, I'll just put the camera down, hang on a second. Not sure if you've seen the picture on the lid, but if you can see the pattern on the lid, like a fluted skirt pattern. And here they are in the tin. So slightly different. The fluted skirt on them are 9.26 grain, unusual weight. And the other ones are 7.72. So the hmmmm, I'm guessing, are 7.5, and the air-armed Diablos are 8.4. So I'm going to send the target down to 25 yards. I say, so we got this FX Bobcat, and let's see how we get on for 25, and then the best of the bunch I'll send out to 40. So put this back on the camera and I'll be with you shortly. So here we go, we're going down to 25. I'll set my little camera in, camera up. Let's get it down range and then I'll zoom in a bit, get a bit of focus. Hopefully it doesn't go out of focus. I'll leave it about there. I think you should be able to see that. Lower the stand a touch. I've just made it worse, haven't I? Right, hang on. Dear, oh dear. Oh, I've made it a right mess of this now. Tighten a few things up on the tripod. Right, I hope that doesn't move. I hope you can see me where the rifle is, and I hope you can see a couple of spots appearing on. So it's the Xaria lightweight pellets first. I'm going to do a 5-shot group, and it's there 7.72 grains. Top left target. I've got a nice Nico Sterling Diamond LR 6-24, very clear. Right, here we go. Not bad. My first shot looks a bit low, but I think the other 4 are all pretty much touching. So let's let's leave the target out there, and I'll set the camera up. I've got my 0-in target on the left, which I will show you. So I've got to zero the 9 grain or whatever they are pellets in now, the Xaria ones again. Going to be the top right. So I'll turn the camera off for a minute and then I'll come back. Right then, here we go. So we're up to the Xaria 9.26 grain, and actually, I don't know if any of you sharp-eyed people out there noticed, on the tin lid of the 7.72s it says dome smooth, and on the 9.26 grain it says dome nailed. So whatever pattern I said before, these are now the dome nailed 9.26. So these are the Xaria pellets, and it's the FX Bobcat. So 5 shots, 25 yards. There we go. Top right hand target. Not great, but not bad, to be honest with you. So I'll set up the hmmmm up next. I'll do the test targets on the left. So let's just pause the camera. I'll be back in a minute. So here we go. Up next is the hmmmm 7.5 grain as a guess. It just says hmmmm 500 on the tin. I can't really see another name for these, but nevertheless, you'll see the picture if you pause it watching. So bottom left target, 5 shots it's going to be. Wow, way over to the right. Maybe that was a flyer. Nope, way over to the left. Wow. 2 touching out of 5. I'll do one more shot just to see where it goes. I did check the pellets, putting them in the magazine. Yeah, the gun definitely doesn't like them. So let's line up the air arm Diablos next. So air arm Diablos are going to be next, bottom right. So I'm going to pause the camera and test them up on the test card on the left. And we'll be back shortly. Right then, here we go. Last but not least, 25 yards. Going to be the air arm Diablos 8.4 grain. Bottom right target, 5 shots coming up. Can't really argue with that. He did say the air arms are better, so let's bring the target back. See what the best of the group is. I'd be surprised if anything beats the air arms, but say there are a couple of tight groups out of the Xaria ones. Here we go. So I'll take the tripod back off the stands and get it on the bench. I'll turn the camera off for that. Right then, so here we go. Let's take this off. Usual 5 pences on the board. So the 7.72s, which are these, as you can see, it says dome smooth. These ones say dome nailed. So the Humirex one, don't say anything. Work that one out for yourself. And the usual air arm Diablos. So I've got these 4.52s. Right, 5 pence piece. Do you know what? Even though I think I pulled one, or it might have been the pellet, it's still almost under a 5p. So I've got 1 there and 4 there. The dome nails ones, the Xarias. Obviously it's a tighter group, but we've got 4 there, it looks like 3 and 1 there. To be fair with you, I'm going to take a chance and say I pulled that, so it's going to be the 7.72 Xaria. So the Humirex, dreadful, absolutely dreadful. And the air arms, actually that's a wide group that. Nevertheless, under the 5p. So 40 yards, I don't want to be here all day. I'm going to really bite my bottom lip, I should do that. But I'm going to do the air arms 8.4s versus, I think the one I pulled, which could even be better than the air arms, the 7.72s. So I'm going to zero them into the target down there. I'll send that down to 40 yards and I'll do a new card. So yeah, I'll get the pellets ready, put new targets up, I'll send that target down to 40 yards. I'll reset the targets here. So I'll do 40 yards with the dome smooth. I think they might be better than the air arms if I don't pull one. So really good grouping. 1 and 4, virtually cover it anyway. They do cover it. But I'll stick with the air arms. Yeah, dreadful with the Humirex. Don't know what's going on there, but would I advise anyone to buy them? I don't even know whether they do any good at 10 yards and a pistol, to be fair with you. Well, nevertheless, air arms versus Xaria, Xaria, whichever way the word is. 7.72 versus 8.4. I say, old Sam the man, I've got his nice FX Bobcat. Oh, by the way, loading the magazine on these, you've got to rotate the magazine, whichever way you do it, the spring tension way, see that moving? Put a pellet in backwards and then turn it over and load the rest of the pellets in head first, so all the skirts will be showing at the top. Put the magazine in. It's a bit off-centre, the magazine as well, as you can see. See that? I'm guessing the Bobcat never took off. One reason could be the magazine, because the FX Wildcat was straightforward metal magazine. That's plastic. You've got a whopping air gauge on it. I filled it to 200. It dropped down to a whole 190. I must have shot easy 100 pellets, and I've topped it back up anyway for the 40 yards. It's a bit fat and bulky compared to the Wildcat, but do you know what? It works great. No complaints. You've got a power wheel there. I'm guessing that's low, medium and high. It's got 3 dots on it. This is the sub 12. But yeah, do you know what? It's not a bad gun to shoot, in all fairness. But nevertheless, I'm rambling on. It's all about these Italian pellets. And I'll set it out to 40 yards. So I'll put the camera back on the tripod and let's see how we do. So here we go, sending the robot down to 40 yards. So the Xaria 7.72 is the left target, and the air arm Diablos are the right target. So we'll shoot the one on the left first. So it's going to be the 7.72s for the Xaria, or however you pronounce the pellet name. But first of all, I've got to try and get this camera zeroed down to the bottom. So say 40 yards, quite a long way, that's why I do 25 and 40. Only in my opinion, I think you're pushing your PCP at sub 12. It should be fairly accurate, 40, 45. It should be about accurate at 50. And once you start going beyond that, I think you're pushing the gun to the limits, but that's only my opinion. So let's zoom in down there, try and tilt this camera back slightly. Zoom in a bit more. Bit of a wobble there, hang on. There you go. Hopefully, you should be able to see the target on the left when I shoot it. Hope the camera doesn't move around too much. Hope you can still see the rifle there. Yeah, you can. Right, 5 shots. The Xaria 7.72s on the left-hand side. Atherton indoor range, thank you very much. Can't believe that. Dead middle. Oh, unreal. That's number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. First shot was in the middle of the middle. Haven't done that for a while. Pity about the other 4. So I've got to re-zero the air arms now to 8.4 grain compared to the 7.72. Get the barrel leaded in for them. So my test target's on the left. To say I'll re-zero it now for the air arms and I'll come back shortly. Right, so here we go. Last but not least, the air arm Diablos, 40 yards. FX Bobcat, Italian pellets versus air arm Diablos. So them Xarias, you can see the grouping. Until we get the target back, we won't know because I'm just about to do the Diablos now. So 5 shots, here we go. Oh, I think I leaned on the gun then. Not bad, pretty close. Let's bring the target back, shall we? So 40 yards, coming back to the bench, get the 5Ps out as normal. Take the camera off the stand and measure them. So let's take the camera off. I'm going to turn this off again. So here we go. It looked good on the scope, but until I get this target now off here, it looks completely different. Let's pull this off. Get the 2 5 pences So not as tight as I thought, it looked better down the scope, so let's see how we go. Not quite covering the holes, not bad, but not great. Say the other ones were terrible. I'm guessing there's 2 shots there and 3 shots there. But say the 5 pence over them, the splatter targets are making the holes slightly bigger or slightly wider than what it looks. And the air arm Diablos, I think it's 3 there, 1 there and 1 there, but that is just about, excuse me, just about almost, or is it? Is it the splatter? The 5 pence is, oh, I think it's just covering. So the Diablos win, them Xarias or whatever you want to call them are not too bad. What I'm going to do is I'll take the lights and the heavies. I'm going to try them shooting outdoors and me day-state pulsar, see if they're any good. But to be fair, not a bad effort. Not so bad, not so good. But the air arms have won on a day. I say the FX Bobcat's pretty nice to shoot. Pretty good scope on it. Thank you very much, Old Man Sam. Thank you very much, Atherton Indoor Range. And I hope you all enjoy watching it, apart from me rubbish camera shaking and whatnot. So I've just got to get used to the nice new tripod. Thanks, Marian, for that. So anyway, I'll catch you soon. Oh yeah, just an update on the Daystate Revere 22. It has now been traded in for a HFT 500 because after doing a couple of jobs on it, it still wouldn't shoot 100% good. So I'm afraid there's not going to be a part 2 unless some kind chap can give me a Daystate Revere in 22 that's working as normal. I say I'm happy to test it at 25 and 40 and we'll see how we go from there. So yeah, sorry again for rabbling on and I'll catch you soon. Thank you.